Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. So today, ladies and gents, we are going to be doing custom door cards for the Datsun 720 King Cab with the SR20DET, if you're new here. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to go and show you, because I've already done the passenger side. But today we're going to be doing the driver's side. Now, the reason why I did passenger side first and didn't film it is because I needed to make sure I can actually do it, because I've never done anything like this before. So let's show you that. So here we go, old Pooh Brown. Oh, custom diamond stitched leather door cards. Now you'll probably look at the kind of Pooh Brown window wiper handle. That's being changed. That's being changed. It doesn't have the surround, but we'll get on into that in a second. And also today, hopefully, we've got brand new wiper stalks, hopefully the correct ones this time. But we're going to be taking all of this apart, retrimming it, and just basically showing you how to do it. And, well, showing you what I did anyway. I don't know if it's the right way. I've never done it before. I just kind of showed myself how I thought it was done and did it. And, you know, I'll kind of tell you about all of the little bits and pieces that I had to do to make it work. So first things first, let's get this door card off, and we will have to take the steering wheel off as well, because again, well, we've got to take the steering wheel off to take the surround off, to take the stalks off to replace them, but we'll kind of get on to that now anyway. Right, so door cards really not that hard to take off actually. It's a series of screws anyway from like what people have put in aftermarket. You've got to take a screw out of here, the door handle. Got to try and take this off. This is going to be the trickiest part actually, the actual wiper handle, the window handle, which I do actually have some replacements coming because I wanted to modify all of this and make the interior nicer. And obviously got to take the door pull off as well, but pretty simple to do. You can kind of see what I'm going with it now with the sort of diamond stitch leather at upper class. Not upper class, I don't know, resto modded, whatever you want to call it, special dress up washers to sort of bolt it in a little bit more as well, but let's get this off. Right, so door card is off, finally. That took ages because I was trying to get this bloody crank off anyway. Some of this needs wire wheeling down because there's some surface rust in there, which obviously I want to get rid of. I want to ensure that it stays nice. So just going to wire wheel it and then just do a coat of zinc primer. Right, wire wheeled some of it down and zinc primed what I could. Let's get on with the door card. Right, so we're in my garden. This is where I paint. This is where I apparently retrim bloody door cards. So what you're going to need, or what I used anyway for the passenger side, was 3M auto adhesive. I also used a staple gun, obviously removal tool, and box cutter. Now what we're going to do, just strip all of this old stuff off, and then we're going to size it up and sort of measure it and then cut it to size, and then good to go. If you want to know what that is, that's because I repainted the inner door handle trim, because obviously they needed to be black to match it all. And I have ordered new door handles because I can't paint them. They just won't paint properly. So maybe too much ingrained grease, who knows. But let's take this off, size up the new one, cut it, and then start to lay the adhesive down. Whilst the adhesive is laying down, I then staple it because it actually holds it tight. And the adhesive does work, but I can't stand here and hold it for the entirety of the time, so that's kind of why. Right, so I switched to GoPro because it just makes a lot of sense. I can actually show you exactly what I'm doing. So as you can see, this is the back side well, this is the front of the door card, sorry. This is the back side. So this actually doesn't really matter, it doesn't need to be that cleaned up. So that's all fine and dandy. As you can see, we've got some damage in the corner. That's going to be a bit of a nuisance actually, because I wanted to bolt in some dress-up washers, so I'm going to need to remember that and work around it. So that's pretty annoying, but everything else seems in pretty good condition. Now this is this here is the fabric that I'm using. Now I ordered this on eBay. eBay, gotta love eBay, and it's a 6mm foam, basically, with the fabric on top. A leatherette. Obviously it's not real leather. That would have cost really a lot of money, and this was a test. I didn't know if I would actually be able to achieve the look I was going for. But as you can see, like it looks pretty nice. Like I actually really like this material. I think it's good. In fairness, like I actually am a big fan of this material. If you want to know how much it was about £40 for everything. So for the material, about £40 delivered, which is not too bad. But yeah, I could have had some more left over actually. So trim that there, trim that there. That's not too bad. I'm going to get it in just a fraction more. So get it over. So now next, because obviously that is the other way, it's going to be going that way. Need to make sure that these are actually perfectly straight, because they are on the other one as well. So you want it to be as married up as possible. So I think that'll be right, that's fine. And now we start to put the adhesive on it. So all I did with the other one was I sprayed the whole back side of this, I sprayed the whole back side of that, I waited for a little bit, and then I just put the two together. I mean, it's really that simple. Exactly what I did before, so I'm just copying exactly what I did the last time I did this. You just try to avoid touching all of this, obviously, and you lay it down as straight as possible, because again, these need to be laid pretty straight down for it to be exactly the same as the other side. So that is about straight, and then all I did before was I just started pressing it down. Yeah, that's about right. So I just started pressing it down and rubbing it and getting some heat into it. We're back off the point of view shots now. You see my home gym in the background. God damn, that's fumey. Right, so what we're doing now is basically just pressing it down. That's all we're doing. Looking to press it down, work some of it into the fabric. I don't know if this is right, but it's what I did before and it worked. And then what I did before was I started to staple. So I'm going to do that again. So I'm just overlapping it. and all I'm going to do, find the seam, pull it tight, put it really, really tight, press this down into it, and then staple into it, but that one didn't actually get in there. You've got to make sure when you do the staples you're on a flat surface, but I wasn't then, was I? What an idiot. Alright, so pull it tight, because again you don't want it to be over the top, having any material there. That was good, not too bad. Some of these are crap. Bloody hell. That was rubbish as well. Some of these are good, some of these are terrible. I don't know what happens with some of these. That's better. Right, there we go. Right, okay, cool. So, what I found before was having the staples, it helped to pull it nice and tight whilst it was setting, whilst the adhesive was getting off. That's not doing it at all. Right, well anyway, I'm going to staple around this and then I'm going to catch up with you. Right, so that's that done. You're looking at all the staples, there's a lot of staples and you're probably wondering why. You still want it to remain nice and tight, and obviously, yeah, like you need it to be stuck to the other side, but you also need it to be wrapped around, and I can't wait for it to dry and hold it, it's just not going to work. But this is, yeah, pretty good. I'm going to do probably a few more here and there. I had to create a corner, because if you remember when I took it off there's actually nothing here, but if you look here, yeah, well, we created a corner, didn't we? So I just need to cut some of the holes, and then we're good to go, really. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we're just going to install it. So I will show you the installation process and the cool dress-up washers that I used. Right, so as you can see, I've mocked it up. I've put this in because this will hold it for a little while. And now what I'm doing is I'm going to drill holes for these dress-up washers. Because I really like the look. I think it's quite classy. They are for an engine bay, but I don't particularly care. I think it looks good, and it also just means it holds it on as tightly as possible. So I'm going to put them in roughly as close to the same place as I did with the other side. I think I can, because obviously remember there is no corner here, but if I look at the other side you'll see that actually it shouldn't matter too much. It should be okay. So we've got, can't remember how many there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 or 9 of them, and we're just going to drill holes and then screw them in basically, and it'll keep it nice and rigid, keep it nice and tight. Remember, I've got a new door handle on order, so this will come off eventually again, but for now, you know, this is pretty good. And I'll, you know, put the door handle on again, the window wiper as well, which should actually be here. I did cut a hole, so I need to figure out where the hole is for the window wiper now. Alright, so there you go. There is driver's side done with dress-up washers. Same as passenger side. I just need to chuck, obviously, this is the hole for the crank for the window, which I can just chuck on whenever I want. Again, I've got new ones on order, chrome ones, to match the middle. Yeah, good install, I think. I've painted the surrounds for this black, but I don't really want to chuck them on yet because there's very little point, because I have on order the black ones for that. So what I'm going to do now, take apart the steering wheel, chuck on the brand new wiper stalks, and then we'll call it a day. Getting steamy in here. Right, that's me actually done. Sorry guys, Nick came out, the other guy here on Car Nonsense, and we got chit-chatting, and I forgot to record, so I'm really, really sorry. But this video was about the door cards anyway, which, as you can see, look absolutely amazing when you're inside, and that's the look I was going for. I don't know, I love it. And that's all that matters because it's my truck. But I would still love to hear your thoughts, so please do let me know down below. Remember, we're getting black door handles, so you don't need to worry about that. And we're getting brand new chrome window cranks, which it is still there. I can actually crank the window if I want. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on all of this down below. These pulls will actually stay. I quite like them, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, please do let me know. Like you can see it's sort of coming together now. Mahogany wood, diamond cut finish, plus I've got a mahogany gear knob on order as well. So let me know your thoughts. If you're new here, do hit subscribe because we're doing loads of stuff with this truck. And soon we're going to be going to car meets. So yeah, I'm going to get some in before I retire it for the winter. Plus we've got brand new carpet as well on the way. So there's lots happening. It just takes a really long time to get any of this stuff. It takes forever. So let me know your thoughts and all that. But thanks so much for watching. Take care.